Hey, we're up today. I don't know, my computer time's a little different from my phone time by about 30 seconds, so we might be a little bit early. My computer keeps losing time, so every 2 weeks I have to reset it. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about that. But all the names jump. Jim Jenkins. Good to see your name pop up, Jim. Glad you're with us. First one in the shop today. Carrie, absolutely. And Dean, hi, you old dog, right back. Oh boy, do I'm feeling that now. Winter showed up here early, and it's not even winter yet. Winter's not like 3 weeks away, right? December 20th, 21st, somewhere in there. Man, it's already cold. In fact, I talked to the mothership this morning and I said, boy, it's winter's already here. And the person on the other end, I can hear a little bit like, oh, yeah, sure it is, blah, blah. How cold is it? I said, I think it was 24. And she was like, oh. So, yeah, not supposed to be. This is like February weather. And of course, we always say, approaching Christmas, oh, it's never this warm before Christmas. Yeah, it is. I miss that now. But I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and got some good notes here. I took a day, no, I didn't actually take a day off the 4 days holiday. Like last Wednesday, the day before, everybody's bailing work early. It's getting quiet. So I just launched into a massive shop cleaning. What a monumental task. I miss the days of having a small shop. And I always talk one of our videos about getting started. You can when you're new at it, you keep pretty much everything in a like a toolbox. I always say I like the plastic toolboxes because if you have a dye spill or whatever, it's not a big issue. I almost miss those days when you got a shop this big. And also, I went through. We've all got this. I'm pretty sure the dead project bin or the bin of misfit toys or the bin of fails or whatever. I know I keep pointing at it because it's right there. I actually did make some headway in that, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff I pulled out of that. Really? Why am I keeping this? You'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm almost wondering if your bin of failures has the same stuff in it. Found some stuff in there I've been missing too. But anyway, so with Thanksgiving, I hope it was a great holiday for everybody. Get to see some family and the things we're thankful for. And I was thinking about this over the holiday because Jill was with her dad and brother up in New Jersey doing Thanksgiving up there. So I had a lot of time to think. And here's what's fun. I didn't hurt myself. It's like the first time, if you're not up to speed there, every time Jill leaves town, I hurt myself. Someone cut my finger open one time, smashed my knuckle one time, and there's one or two I'm not going to go into that were, anyway, nothing happened. So kind of waiting for the hammer to fall on that one. Yeah. Oh, you should be more positive. Okay, I'm positive. I'm waiting for the hammer to fall. Yeah. So anyway, but the point is, one of the things I was thinking about, cleaning the shop, what are we thankful for? And of course, my loving wife, my loving parents, my family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, and I settled on at the end of that, y'all being part of this crew, this organization, this group. I don't even know what to call it, family, maybe Leathercraft family. It's taken me 4 years to try to be able to say that. I think I'm extremely thankful for this. I really am. And I look forward to our Wednesdays. Just what a blast to get together with folks that speak our same language. But also, fuck, y'all are great. And on the fan page, it's the same thing. And on the YouTube channel, the comments there. God bless y'all, each and every one. And y'all are certainly one of the many things that I am thankful for. Absolutely. So, um, let's see what else. Okay, did someone spend time in your shop over the 4 day weekend? Or if you had a 4 day weekend, did you get to spend some time in the shop? I always think about these long weekends like, I really want to I want to pick a good project and then I don't go to the shop because I work here every day. Then I don't go to the shop. But I did come down here over Thanksgiving. I, kind of messed around and did a few things, went through the bin, and I've got to pull some stuff out of there. We'll have a good laugh about that. But yeah, it's gotten cold here. It's gotten cold, got the kerosene going. I just crap. It's still winter. I just checked. Yeah, I still so come on, April. Come on, April. I love the some parts of the winter. I mean, like sleeping like a rock, almost sleep too hard in the winter, get all tucked in and comfy. And oh, 7 a.m. comes around really early, and really that's an obnoxious time to get out, right? So, anyway, but I hope everybody, I took a little time in your shop over the holiday weekend and ate some good leftovers. I'll eat that Thanksgiving lunch about 3 times. Just went over to my aunt and uncle's, since Jill was in New Jersey, went over there with my folks. My aunt just filled me up with, because I just mentioned, yeah, I could use some leftovers because I'm a little tired of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which is not really the truth because I eat pretty well while Jill's out of town. I hate to admit it, but I did eat 2 salads. I think I ate 2 salads. Ooh, right, right, because my wife, and bless her heart, when she fixed dinner about every other day, "We need to eat a salad, we need to eat a sa," and of course, I don't mind a salad, love a good salad, right? Love a good salad with just I mean, the best salad topping, period, end of story. The best salad topping is a cheeseburger, right? So, but anyway, with Jill, we needed a salad, and I just have fun with it. "Ah, baby, do we have to eat another salad? We ate one, like, in August. How often are we gonna have to eat these things?" Right? But the point is, I eat pretty well, but my aunt, she thought, "Oh, gee man, she sent me home with some leftovers. At least 2 major meals, 4 pieces of pie," and I mean, everything, right? Anyway, so I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. That's the biggest point here. Um, but again, it kind of winter just showed up out of nowhere. Now I'm heating my shop. I heat my shop with kerosene. I've got these big kerosene heaters. Looks like a small nuclear reactor. I've had people look at them and go, "What is that?" It's a kerosene heater. But anyway, with kerosene, I don't know. I haven't looked this year, but last year, um, I don't know, 4 or 5 years back, kerosene, I've got 5-gallon kerosene cans, the blue ones, right? So I go get 25 gallons at a time. That'll hold me 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks, depending on how cold it is. Um, but a couple of years back, kerosene was like $3 a gallon or 2.85 or 3.05. Anyway, the point is it was more of a headache just to go get it, right, than to actually pay for it. I haven't looked this year, but I fear the worst because at the end of last year, kerosene was like 7.80 a gallon. I mean, it went from, heating my shop, it's like $60 to like $180. So crap. I'm scared to go look to see what kerosene is running this year. But anyway, we're gonna talk leather. That's the point. In fact, I was thinking about that, while I was sitting here waiting for the clock to tick, right? I need to stay on leather. It's not a me, me, me. Let's talk some leather. Let's get some good ideas for Christmas gifts. I'm still looking. We had my mom and dad. In fact, let me get down because um let me back up. Wow, these come in so fast. I'm sorry I can't read all of these. I really am. I hate it. Wish we could just do one after another. Um, yeah, okay, Carrie. Which Carrie? Thanks for the comments. Always keep a smile on our face. Let's see. I don't have to leave early today for church since later tonight we have our adult Christmas party. Well, my parents had their Christmas party last night. It's not their whole church because their church is like 6,000 people. That would be a big party, right? But it's my dad's men's group. Um, so there's a dozen, maybe 14, 15 people there. And just what a blast. Just what, ring in the Christmas season. Oh, anyway, so the point is, about my folks always order stuff from me, right? To give out to as gifts to their friends, like in the men's group or close friends around the church and whatnot. And I was kind of stuck a little bit, but mom gave me a couple of great ideas. A little small glasses case I made out of suede. Just took one piece, one long piece, folded over, folded over a bin back, and did a little scalloped edge with our suedes, which are turquoise and purple. Oh, those always go over well. But she wanted a little bookmark. She's had I remember this from growing up because it was a little green leather bookmark and it had fringe on the end, about an inch and a half of fringe. Um, she said, "Can you make something like that?" And I want a cross on it. I said, "Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to make something like that." So, uh, she said, "I need 15 of them." So immediately my first thought was, "Ooh, I'm gonna tool a little do some carving and maybe." She's like, "Oh, 15." And I got like 8 days to do this. Okay, so that went out the window. Experimented a little bit, trying to come up with something, but I finally came up with something that was pretty creative. And we'll talk about it because I'm working on a video with this right now. Now, we use the 4-ton clicker, our 4-ton clicker on this, but there's a way to do these by hand. It's not as great, not as fast, but still, it's not bad. So I'm working on a video right now for that. But that was fun to do. Place my folks place an order. It's and I'm sure y'all get the same feeling that it's nice to be able to do something like that for people around us. To have this craft that people can we can give away products, or sometimes they'll sell them. We can sell stuff for folks that want to give out to their family or friends or coworkers, and I'm so happy I'm able to do that for my parents, and they're so proud to give these gifts out. And all the people last night that got the gifts, just love them. Just love them. Very simple leather gifts always go over so well. So anyway, that was the point of that. We'll come back around. I'm not going to give away too much on that, because we got a video coming out, and I don't have my calendar with me. I don't ever have my calendar with me. I could use my phone, but I like the old paper calendars because it's so much easier to flip through them. Anyway, the point is, I hope we've got some good ideas out there for Christmas gifts for our loved ones, and the folks around us. Because again, what a cool thing to be able to not just go to a store, big box store and spend $100 buying crap. I think I like this. I think when we make the gifts, oh, it is just a world of difference. I mean, especially when someone gets it and opens it up, says, "Oh, you made this? Oh, yeah, best gift ever, right? Best gift ever." So I hope everybody gets that same feeling this Christmas. And also, too, sometimes you get that feeling when you're working like Christmas Eve, right? That's how I learned that you can wet form wet with dye and not water. That's a mess. It's a mess. But if you plan for it, right, it's not bad. But again, like I said, Christmas Eve, yeah, ain't no elves here, baby, right? Just me. And my wife, Jill, she'll come down. She's working on a couple of things for all her friends at the barn. She's going to pass out some cool little stuff. She's got a cool idea. It's a saddle dangle, like a purse dangle. It's a saddle dangle, a little bit longer, got a nice bleed knot in it, got some little horse trinkets and whatnot on it. They're actually pretty cool. Went to the craft stores, the big craft stores. They got all kinds of cool stuff, like all the beads and earrings and pendants and things like that. That's fun just to spin through, like a Joann's or a Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I love just going. And I always buy something, right? I'm always running out of poster board for patterns, for pattern prototypes. Anyway, so the point is, after all of this, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And one time of the year that we can all think of line up all the things we're thankful for. And one of mine is y'all. Absolutely it is. And Weaver, working for Weaver, working for a family. It's not just a corporation. Weaver really does feel like a family. And that's so different. It's so different. I joke. Hope nobody, is watching that works for Rhymes with Candy, which I loved working for them. And, friendly competitors. We're all in this together kind of thing. But I always joke that I left a company where nobody's happy, went to a company where everybody's happy. And I'm still a little freaked out about it because it's just not what I'm used to, right? But anyway, so some of the things I'm thankful for, and y'all right at the top of the list. All right, so let's jump over here because we do have a giveaway today. And we'll talk about that here in just a minute when it hits 3:15. I got a timer set. We'll talk about that. But there's also a funny note on that as well. All right, let's go. Oh, I can just see these flying by. Y'all, I'm so sorry to miss all of them. Lane, hello, back across the pond. That's good to see your name pop up. And Dean and Carrie, Jim Jenkins, night for today. Good to see your name. Yeah, how's everybody doing? That's exactly right. It's good to get together and connect with everybody. See how everybody's doing. And Carrie, hope you're doing better. I think about you from time to time. Put you in my prayers. A lot of y'all in my prayers. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, Carrie, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the right thing falls right into your lap and you love it. Keeping my fingers crossed, putting you in my prayers on that one. Uh, okay, it must already 3:15. I just can't believe how fast these things go by. Okay, so we're gonna do a giveaway today. The word you're gonna put in, let's get over to that page. The word is hardware. Your entry word today is hardware because let's do from my shop to your shop a box of miscellaneous hardware. It can be buckles, D's, squares, O's, clips, clasps, spots, conchos, rivets, and that's just to name a few possibilities, right? Now, the downside to this, I almost feel like I'm putting all the stuff in a box and I'm just saying, okay, here, you do something with this. So I kind of felt a little bit like that, but I promise whoever wins this, you're going to get some fun stuff in here, and I hope it'll make some beautiful projects. That's what I'm hoping for. So, um, I don't know. I was going to say, how about a 5 pound box of hardware? Thought, crap. I don't know if I could do 5 pounds. Probably once I get rolling. Yeah. Once I walk around with my shop with a box. Oh, man. So, anyway, so we're going to see if I can't get some good stuff in there. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Contiguous US only because this one's on me. Um, and I hate that. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to ask the boss, um, for the next one. That's the last one before Christmas. Um, let's see. Do the Christmas live. Not contiguous US. I'm gonna see if the boss will go for that. I think she will, but I'm gonna do my best. I'll see what we can do there, and we'll do something nice. We'll do something nice for the last live of the year, a couple of days before Christmas. Just the way Christmas lines up this year, has everybody got kind of a weird Christmas and New Year's holiday schedule? I think we work like 2 out of 10 days or something like that. I'll have to look back at it and crap, I didn't take vacation this year. So I've got 9 days of vacation left. That ain't right. That's been an expensive year. Vacation not been in the cards. Yeah. So anyway, um, I'm going to come up with a good box of hardware for somebody. Now, you put in the entry word is hardware. So just put in hardware, 345. Miriam's going to pick a winner, and I'm going to ship that out from my shop. Now, give me about 48 to 72 hours. That gets me up to maybe Friday or Saturday. That way I don't have to break out of work to run hit the post office or FedEx. I can hit them on Saturday. But also, the good point there is the longer it sits here, the more stuff I'm going to put in it. Yeah. So anyway, the word's hardware. Write that in, and we'll pick a winner at 345, and then I'll fill you in. I'll fill the winner in on what you need to do to claim your prize. So, all right. Maybe even put some scraps in there. I don't know. I got some pretty scraps. I got some pretty stuff here. So maybe we can just, I don't know. I'm just going to go nuts with the box. I'll just pick a larger box and just see what happens. Anyway, okay. So, um, let's jump back over here for a little bit because we got some notes. We got some fun stuff to look at, but I just feel so bad because last week, the last time I was going through all the comments from last time, and there's so many I missed and so many folks I didn't say hello to and some great questions I wasn't able to answer because I just didn't see it. But on these, we typically have anywhere from like a 12 to 24 chat rate, which 24 chat rate, that's to average of 24 comments an hour over 60 plus minutes. That's like 1,200 comments. So I love them. Love them. Love going through them. Absolutely. Y'all are a blast. So anyway, uh, Leah, oh God, Carrie, you're right. And this already happened this morning. So with Carrie, now Chuck won't find anything since he cleaned. I can't find You know what? My tools belong in a pile on the right end of my cutting table, period. That's where they should go. I put them on the rack. So now I got to walk over and get my groover. Now I got to walk over and get my edger. Now I got to walk over and get my wing divider. Now I got, really? Just leave them in a damn pile and move on, friend, right? Just leave them. Don't hurt yourself, right? But still, I just need to leave everything in a pile because that's where I know where it is. Um, which is one of the reasons I like the box cutters because that retractable blade, it goes in the pile too. And I've got like 9 of those around my shop. I don't ever know which one. I started, let's see if I've got, yeah, I don't have one with me, of course. Um, I started putting tape on them, like the day glow. I've got gaffer's tape, duct tape, same thing, whatever. But I started putting tape on one, so I'm like, that's my primary knife. That's the one I'm going to use. That's the ones that's got that. That one has a sharp blade in it. Yeah, not really. That's right. So anyway, it was a good plan, right? It was a good plan to begin with. Um, but anyway, all right. So back over here. Let's see. Oh, Matthew Taylor, I made my own backpack with your work. Nice. Oh, if you get a chance, put a pic of that up on the fan page because I would love to see that. Matthew, that's very cool. I haven't done a backpack. I want to, and we need to do a video on one. A lot of our projects, and I shouldn't feel this way, and I've actually got an example, but a lot of our projects, um, if it's not something we want or need, or maybe a gift for somebody, they kind of fall by the wayside. Because, why I say that, like a backpack, I just don't often carry a backpack. I've got a briefcase that carries everything, but it's something that I need to make for myself. But the motivation isn't there because it's not something I wear or carry all the time, right? Even my briefcase, I barely break that out a couple of times a year. Um, so I think that's a big point of getting started in leathercraft is having the motivation. You see something, you want it, you don't like the design or the color or the price. We can make it ourselves, and that's a great way to get into leathercraft. It's good motivation. But the point there is that there's so many projects out there. They're on my list. Yeah, they're on the list, but I just don't think about them often because it's not something I readily need. So all right, well here's right. Okay, well, great place, great segue into an example. Ooh, Chuck, you're all over it. Um, and we've seen these. I've always made lace up leggings, right? Because Ren Fair boots, they're expensive. Um, And when you're doing a fair, you gotta have good footwear because you got a lot of weight. You're walking, you're on gravel. It's a bunch of walking. Sometimes it's hot. So you've just got to have a good, comfortable, sturdy pair of shoes, footwear. Um, so my answer always was to buy a good pair of work boots, a good, comfortable, sturdy pair of work boots, and then make a pair of lace-up leggings that will fit over that boot and look just like a knee-high boot. Um, well, I made the mistake of buying a really nice pair of boots, and I love them. Well, now I don't need the lace-up leggings anymore. But isn't that we've seen these, but I love this design. An English punch, 2 English punches, 2 round holes, and then I've got smaller increments, smaller holes, incrementally. You know what? They get smaller. How's that? Right. So, and then bring some of that beautiful suede or purple suede in behind that. Add some spots. And you know what? I don't wear these anymore. So these have bounced around my shop for like 2 years. And I pull them out of my bin over there because it's like, Chuck, make the things, put them together, right? Just hang them on a wall. And then my next thought is, I've got so many projects and patterns in my shop, I don't have wall space anymore. So suck it up and knock them together because they're going to be beautiful. Anyway, so that's kind of the point. The motivation for projects. I think that's a big part of us jumping into a project is simply having the motivation that we want it or need it or want to give it away to somebody. So sometimes that can be a little hard to find. The point is the backpack, I'll get to a good backpack. I see a bunch of them out there and none of the designs really float my boat. You know, I mean, we got our standard blah blah backpacks, couple of pockets, flat. I gotta wait till something a really cool design pops into mind, or I see a really cool. Does anybody do that? We kind of got the project in the back of our mind. I'd like to make that all, but we don't really have a direction. And I don't want to just launch into a new project or new product with just, I need to make it because I need to make it. That's the wrong way to go, right? If you jump in wanting it, all the difference in the world, you slam into this project, right? And you just nail it. So anyway, backpack's on the list, along with duffel bag is on the list. But okay, so next year I was kicking around the thought while I'm cleaning my shop. I had a lot of time. I had some good music on, right? That always helps in the shop. But kicking around like, okay, you're right. There's two things I need to do in 2025. First off, let's tackle that damn list of projects that I haven't gotten to because it's 3 pages. I need to tackle those. But also, I need a year of getting rid of stuff like Goodwill or taking stuff to the dump I just there's too much in this house. And we did before we moved here, we did garage sales. And I mean, like one garage sale, we did $1,400. That's like 50 cents at a time. And we really cut down. Crap, we've been in this house 10 years. How did two people accumulate so much crap? Now, I mean, my wife, this is my problem. This level of the house, how did I accumulate so much crap? And I just don't want to throw stuff away. I just don't want to. So, all right, well, let's do this because I mentioned it. Let's get to this. All right, so talking about our bin of misfit projects, fails, kind of more things. Just you know what? I maybe lost interest in this. I can't figure out the right hardware or color or design. Then we kind of lose interest. Goes in the bin. I'll come back to it. Yeah, 10 years later, I'm still going to come back to it. So here's some of the funny stuff I pulled out. Well, right there, it's a body for a rapier carrier. In fact, you can see one. Yeah, not real well. It's back over there. I know everything's reversed. So it's back over there. You can't really see it. We've seen it, but it's just gorgeous. Do some good tooling, cut through the background, bring in a pretty piece of suede behind this. I don't know why I just put that aside. I have no idea. Barber strop. We did a video on these. Great gift idea. Because these fill places in our house that other pieces of decoration just aren't going to do. We've all got those little small walls between closets and steps and bathrooms and whatnot. That's a great project, right? Especially like in a men's restroom or bathroom. Very cool, very traditional barber strop. I don't know why I went to all the trouble to make that. And I simply didn't edge it, dye it, top coat it, and knock a ring in it. Okay. I made this 30 years ago. I swear I did. Had to be in the mid 90s, maybe not 30. It's a flute case. I had a friend that wanted a flute case. He had one of the real nice Native American flute cases with a bird on it. I think that's what they call that little piece. Yeah. So I made him one or two or three, and he loved two of them, and this one was just okay. I'm not going to throw that away. But what am I going to do with it? Do I give it away? Do I find somebody else that has a flute or something? It's even got a little leather button on it. It's a cool project. Hand sewn. Okay. Oh, here's one. We did the arm guards, right? The filigree cut arm guards. I got one. I don't know where the other one went. Maybe I just didn't do the other one. I got two more pieces cut, ready to stamp and assemble. Oh, here's a good one. Really? I'm saving this? No, I'm not. Right? I did throw a bunch of stuff away. Cut hardware off of it, right? And just toss it because I don't even know what it was. Well, that's helpful. Some deer tan cow. You know what? Probably a cinch pouch. Maybe. Just two extra pieces. Oh, that's helpful. What is that? Okay, round file. That one's gone. And so anyway, I spent most of a day doing that. Keep it. I can't pull myself to throw that away. I don't need it. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to finish it, but I'm also not going to throw it away. Found my knife. Excuse me a second. There we go. Yeah, I found this cool little Skinner at the Blade Show. Damascus steel. Love this little knife. I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah, because it was down in the bin. Right. So, oh, in a holster. I don't know why I didn't dye that. Might have been an experiment. Just, in wet for me because that one's pretty hard. And I did find this. This is my first gun belt. The first gun belt I ever made. Not great. Not great. And you can tell I probably lined it with scrap because that's not good leather. But the one thing I don't even know if I still have that gun. I doesn't look familiar. But one thing I did learn on this, and I've never done this again, is a lot of the some I wouldn't say a lot, some of the gun belt patterns, and we've got a gun belt video coming up. We're good. That's actually in the pretty near future. Full rig, gonna do that one. Um, but some folks will cut their gun belt on a bias, right? I tend to like to go straight simply because the leather itself, as you wear this, and there's a lot of weight on a gun belt, as you wear this, it's going to start to stretch and to succumb to your shape, right? So I tend to go straight. But what I learned on this one is that, like right here, you can probably see, yeah, right, like along here. So I've got the bullet loops right here, put those across the top, and I dropped in a cool little design across the bottom. Well, here's the problem. As I stamped that, I had this bias cut. As I stamped it, it got more and more and more. So really, what I created was a funnel that does not fit well. So anyway, but what am I and throw that away? I can't pull myself to do that. Do I hang it up? Where? Right? Do I give it to someone? No. I don't want to give that to someone. It's not right. So it's a dilemma. It's a dilemma. Does anybody deal with this? You just can't. Some people have, can pick some up. I don't need it. Throw it. Done with it. Move on with their life. I'm just not built that way. I'm just not crap. Anyway, so the winner this week is going to get some of this stuff. Right. Okay, let's see if you can do something with this. But anyway, so I said I was going to go back over here, but Matthew, good point. I thank you for posting that. I'm so glad you made a nice backpack, and I hope you just love it, and I hope you're happy with it, and that's very cool. Very cool. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's see. Oh man, Spearheader's Leatherworks. Good point there. I kind of never really thought about it. Tip of the day: hook blade on a utility knife makes an excellent trim knife for leather. Thank you for posting that one. You're exactly right. Uh, Aliva Leatherwork. Laiva, please forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Bless your heart for that comment. That means more than you know. I just, I don't, I didn't, I'm not educated in teaching. I just taught a lot of classes when I managed a leather retail store. I taught a lot of classes. So I guess I kind of learned it from experience, through doing. But I think it's more, and I think it's more, I really believe if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I absolutely believe that. And probably sometimes I sound like a used car salesman. And no, I'm not slamming y'all because we just bought a used vehicle. Love it. But I don't know, maybe an over the top salesman, but it's not. It's simply because I'm not kidding. If I can make this, anybody can make this. And I fully, absolutely believe that. And I love teaching a class and seeing people do it. Oh man, that's the best thing in the world. But nonetheless, thank you for that comment more than you know. Uh, oh man, Bayback or Babic. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Any suggestion for dye in California? Pro dye is illegal here. Man, we even have to label brass swivel knives. The Berry King swivel knife is brass. It's got to be labeled as a carcinogen when those are shipped to California. I don't like water-based anything, and I've given it, y'all, I've done my best to give it a chance. I just don't like water-based anything. The only tip I've heard is that if for folks in California that want to buy these things, they send it to a friend in Nevada and they drive over and pick it up. I wish I had better advice for you than that. I don't. It's a problem. It really is. And I've heard from so many people in California. I wish I had better advice on that because I I know I don't use anything but the pro dye. And I used to, and the basic leather dye is great. Fivings makes great product. They're great people and they make a great product. Um, I started using pro dye because a long time ago, the leather factory was in Chattanooga, and I'd make a week when I had my business. I'd make a drive up there every week, buy all my supplies. Um, and I asked the manager there, Ron Riddle, bless his heart. I hadn't talked to Ron in years. Um, I asked her, I said, I'm having trouble because a lot of the regular dyes, just your basic alcohol carrier dyes, they have like a real red. The browns, they're not a good earth tone brown. I want a good flat earth tone brown. And these dyes typically had a little bit of a red or a yellow tint to them. And he said, have you tried the pro dye? Like, no, I have not turned back. I have never, and like the walnut, it's a good medium earth tone brown. And then I started to discover you dip dye. And I don't remember how I figured out dip dyeing. It was with my little business. And I think billets, dyeing a stupid little bit, because I used to make rapier carriers. I make 36 at a time, nine billets on each. So almost 700 billets, a tongue billet and a buckle billet per order. And dude, no way I was dyeing these damn things one at a time. So I guess I ultimately figured out I can put these on a piece of coat hanger, make a little L-shaped coat hanger, and just dip them in the dye. I could hook them onto my dry rack and walk away. I could dye hundreds of these things in minutes. And I think that's where I came up with the dip dyeing. But once I figured that out, man, there's just no better way to go. For cleanliness, for ease, for consistency, it's an easy cleanup. It's fast and but the consistency I think is my favorite because you dip dye, no issues. Walk away and it's going to look great. Now the downside to dip dyeing, you're going to use twice the dye easily. And I figured that out too, right? Doing all the billets and bodies and straps and whatnot. I think one of the rapier carriers, 918, I think it's 24 pieces of leather to make one of those. I don't have one nearby. For those of us that aren't familiar with a rapier carrier, just think of the Three Musketeers, and a sword carrier. They're sword five, because that era, everything was extravagant, right? The clothing and everything, right? The rapier carriers were the same way, and typically I make everywhere from 4 to 9 buckle. I don't think I've done a 10 or 11. Anyway, the point is, that's what a rapier carrier is. Big and extravagant way to carry your sword, the rapiers. So anyway, I think that's how I came up with the dip dyeing to begin with. And I haven't turned back. With the pro dye and the dip dye, you can't go wrong. It's fast, it's clean, it's consistent, but you're going to use more dye. You're going to use about twice the dye. So anyway, all the Carrie on. All right, so Carrie works more on the tech side. You got a great Chuck. I have a bin of cables and hard drives and RAM and other computer stuff in my bin as well. I bet. Okay, who doesn't have the bin of cables and old stuff and old whatever? Right, mice. Do we call them mice? I got like 3 of those. And the vehicle too, because I just bought a new phone. Now I got to get a new charger for the house, new charger for the shop, new charger for the truck. So even in the truck, we've got a little console there. I cleaned it. I dumped all that stuff. Hard to do for me. Hard to throw things away. And I don't know why that is. Anyway, okay, let's get back over here. Okay, I'm not seeing hardware. Is that not a good call? Because that's our giveaway today is hardware, and the giveaway word, the entry word is hardware. I'm not seeing a lot of these, but I might have missed them. Oh, I just found them. Oh, there's a big nest of them right there. Okay. I feel better about that now. I because I don't know if the hardware. Oh, and let's see, it was Ted Chase. Hardware, hardware, hardware. Nice, Ted. Nice. That'll help Miriam, right? Yeah. So maybe that's swinging it a little bit in your favor. Totally legal. Absolutely. But um, yeah, don't carry. There must be frogs in the box with the rivets. Yeah. And that's something else like a sword frog, which is it's a sword carrier. And I've wondered about that for years myself. But a sword frog, kind of these they look like a frog. Mine at least typically do because I've got two belt loops and two sword straps, and it actually looks like a frog. I don't know if that's where that actually came from, but I've just always heard them sword and dagger frogs. Um, so yeah, I don't know if you need a sword frog. I probably won't toss a sword frog in there, but still, um, I'm missing Chelsea. Hardware, 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 hardware. That's a good one too. Nice. But missing Chelsea, I'm glad you're here. Nonetheless, and I hope it's worth your time. I hope it's fun. Let's see. Put it in twice just to make sure. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me feel better about picking just a giveaway of just generic hardware because it's it's nice to have. I got her. I look at because I got the pegboard with the peg hook, the pegboard hooks. Is that what we call them? I can't. Going away fast. Anyway, I got all kinds of clips and hooks and D's and buckles, and I got two or three hooks over there, buckles that just I don't know where they came from. I'm not going to use them because they're not Weaver stuff. So I'm not going to use them in the videos. I can use them on my own personal projects. I just don't make much for myself. I everything I do is for Weaver. I need to find something that over Thanksgiving. I was thinking that what do I want? What could I use? We got a new vehicle. Crap. Okay, I'll come up with something for the new vehicle. At the very least, something to hang off the rear view, right? Maybe a little belt with a cool buckle tip set. Or right now, I got beads hanging on it, and so anyway, got to come up with something I need or want. Get that motivation going. But y'all see everything I make, and I don't get stuff on the fan page because I'm not. If I'm over here, I'm probably making stuff to be over there. My shop, Weaver shop, if that was confusing. But it just, I just, I need to get back over and make something for myself. Get something on the fan page because I don't know, to me, that's just rude. Everybody's posting stuff on the fan page except the guy that's name is on the fan page. That just doesn't feel right. So, anyway, maybe, I'm going to take some time over Christmas. Like I said, I got a bunch of vacation days to burn up. So maybe I can get down here, get the heater on, get some good tunes going, hot beverage, cold beverage. Maybe Joe will come down here and join me, and we can start working on some fun stuff. Conrad Drajarski. Let's see. Remember your fans on the other side of the pond. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any news on Weaver Supplier in Europe? No, but let me put that in the notes for the boss. I'm a little detached from the mothership. If I get 5 emails in a day, one is the sales numbers and 4 ads. I mean, I don't ever talk to Miriam. Like we talk once in a while because she'll proof my videos. She'll do the live. She'll pick a winner for the live, and she'll kind of help me prep for those. But other than that, I don't know when the last time I talked to my boss was. 2 months, maybe more. Now, I did get an email yesterday from the boss or actually today, because she said, Chuck, you got 9 vacation days. Are you going to do anything with these? Like, okay. Yeah, I'll figure something out. Or I'll just take them over Christmas, or I'll just let him vacation days. We don't, it's not carryover for us, use them or lose them kind of thing. That ain't right. You know, that ain't right. Letting vacation days burn. I don't know about that. Right? That ain't right. So a few may get burned, but next year, all right. So next year, let's attack some of the projects that's on my list. I'm gonna do some giveaways, but also the dump, Goodwill, and then the third. Already 3:45. So much for me looking over here and going through the comments. Crap. Okay. These do need to be longer. These new need. That's probably why it takes me so long to make these videos, because words don't. Anyway, all right. All right, leave a leather work. Sorry. I have to head out to enjoy, but enjoyed the live. Blessings to everyone. Blessings right back to you. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to say hi to people over here. Marcy Troxel. Marcy, I'm glad you're with us. I hope it's worth your time. I hope it's enjoyable. Philip Martin, thank you for being with us. Ralph Morrow. Ralph, I hope you're doing all right. It's good to see your name pop up. I know everybody's today. All right, let's see what we've got here. Big congratulations to Paul Jewell, Juhl. Paul, congratulations on the Box O hardware. All right, so Paul, here's what you're going to do. Let me get back over here and make sure I do everything correctly. All right, so Paul, first off, congratulations. Absolutely glad you're a winner, and I'll get you some good stuff. So, all right, we're going to need email us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. We're going to need your name, address, and a phone number. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a phone number in there, because a recent one kind of went a little bit awry, and we had to call to get a little extra information on the address. So yeah, drop your phone number in there. Probably won't need it, but just in case. So name, address, and phone to supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. And like I said, give me about 72 hours to get this out, which works for you. Works for you, because I'll just keep putting more stuff in there. So, and I feel bad that I'm passing all my unused crap off onto you, Paul. I'm just sorry about that. But nonetheless, I hope there'll be some cool stuff in here. And I know it's stuff you can use. Absolutely, because we can all use buckles and D's and O's and spots and rivets. I'll see what I can get in there for you. I'll do my best to make it a good pack. And let us know next time on the live. Join us. Let us know next time if it worked for you. And if it did, then we'll continue to do, the Boxo scraps and the Boxo hardware. And I've also been kicking around the idea of taking some of the projects that I've made in the videos and giving those away. Because they're building up fast. They're building up fast. I've literally run out of wall space between projects and patterns. I cleaned the shop, but you know what? I didn't really clean my pattern walls, because they're a freaking mess too. Okay, notice this wall along here. That was supposed to, when we moved into the house and I finished this area out, sort of finished it. I didn't do the roof and the concrete floor. The thought was patterns. That whole wall was going to be patterns. And then I thought, I want to put some swords up. I want to put some swords up. So that idea went out the window. Would have been a big help. But anyway, so, drop in if you think, giving away some of the projects, the project from the video. If y'all think that would be a cool idea, let me know on that one too. Or again, y'all, please don't hesitate to post what may be a giveaway, what you would love to see, or what, do we need a supplier in Europe, and we need a supplier in Australia. Don't hesitate to put that up. Put a comment in, because as I go through these, from the previous, I'll make notes and I'll mention it to either the boss or Miriam. we need to do this, or this is a good idea. Um, Missing Chelsea, me like to eat hardware. Yeah. But again, put up something that you think might be a great giveaway idea. Because I've got some good ideas. What do y'all think? I mean, this is more about y'all than me. So let me know what you think. Uh, oh no, Susan M. Used FedEx made a sale to 30 miles from me via a carrier on November 27th, and the product is now in Indiana. Ah, man. Susan, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope the customer understands. You go to all that trouble. They go to the trouble to place an order with you. Yay for them. Yay for us. You go to all the trouble to make it. And then, all you got to do is get it there, and that fails. Susan, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, Typically, I'll ship FedEx because that's our carrier, that Weaver FedEx. Now and then um I'll go postal, and I haven't had much trouble lately, but they get slammed this time of year. And Susan, I'm sorry to hear about that. It reminds me of, and I love comedians and comedy. I almost wanted to be a comedian, but I want to live indoors and eat, right? But Drew Carey, he had some of the best stand-up. But he said he went to the counter at the airport. He went to the ticket counter and he said, "All right, I've got 3 bags here. I want one to go to Washington, I want one to go to Chicago, and I want one to go to LA." And the lady said, "We can't do that." And he said, "You did it last week." Oh, kind of makes me think of that. Uh, let's see. XVED. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm working on the hip pouch. I love that project, the hip pouch. On the hip pouch with the Telfair pebble grain. Oh, it is amazing, isn't it? The pebble grain Telfair. Oh, a great pouch material. It's got some weight to it. It's a 4 to 5. So it's a super supple chrome with a nice grain on it. Um, Makes a great pouch, purse, bag. Oh man. Yeah, okay, X-Bed. Glad you brought that up because that is truly one of my favorite leathers. Let's see. Oh, Justin, J&J Schiffler. I'm glad you're with us. Joe South. Uh, oh crap. No, Joe South. It's exactly what we were talking about. And wow. Okay. I know I wow before I explained it. So that wow was kind of not a. I'm working on the hip pouch project. Sorry. That was XFAD. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Wow. It was a great live until 3:54 and the wheels just came off of it. It was like my golf game. Anyway. All right. Joe South. All right. I got into leather because I do cowboy action. Oh man. SASS. And I like to make my own thing. What a rich hunting ground that is for leather goods. Oh, we could probably sit down and write 25 products you can use for the live action. I mean, starting with the gun belt, right? The pinnacle there is the gun belt. Oh man. Joe, I hope you're loving it. I hope you're loving the single action and the leather. I'd love to see some of your work. I've got a Colt 45, a new birdie. Gorgeous. God, well, I don't know if I need to show it in the videos. I'm a little iffy on that one. But anyway, wow, what a beautiful weapon. It's black. It's gunmetal black with brass fittings and a wood handle, like kind of a light walnut wood handle. Oh, it's beautiful. And the slugs in that baby, man, they're cowboy loads. They're like that. So anyway, full rig coming up. Full rig coming up in the near future. So Joe South, glad to hear that. I hope you have a great time with both. Absolutely. Uh, let's see, Crystal Hennington. Hit the like button, y'all. Y'all, that's exactly right. I hope it's worth it. Though I hope it's worth hitting the like button, and I hope you have a good time. Uh, Stall Rev. Afternoon, everybody. Afternoon to you. Oh, sorry I'm late. Work. Yeah, please don't apologize. Jump in when you can. That's all that matters. Jump in, say hello. We'll get to say hello back because, yes, working for a living cuts right in the middle of my day. It absolutely does. Uh, oh, Babbitt, I blame Earth rotation. Yeah, that's keeper. That's actually hilarious. Um, oh, Carrie, keeping us laughing. Uh, Oh, let's see, Darzal, because we were talking about that, my entire motivation to begin Leathercraft was to make myself a satchel. Nice. Did an upcycled mill satchel, nice strap closure. Uh, One day I'll do a proper full leather satchel for myself. Darzal, that's a great start. That's absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. Absolutely. Uh, Yeah, okay, Brian Hudson came in when Chuck was talking about the lace-up leggings, and I concur that for LARPs, yeah, LARPs, I just wear long enough pants to cover the boots. Absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like I won't go all the way back into that, but yeah, for rent fair folks, you gotta have a good pair of footwear. But to buy a nice pair, rent fair period, that's freaking expensive. And mine, I didn't buy the ones I really, really wanted because those are like $1,500. I went with a much less expensive, but I love them nonetheless. Uh, oh man, Robert K. Has anyone noticed or said anything about how this shop looks like a dungeon and not a leather shop? I kind of didn't think about that, but that's funny, and it kind of feels like a dungeon from time to time. Very few windows in my basement, which is where my shop is, my weaver shop and my shop. That's funny. Boy, now I really do need to fill the walls with patterns and not swords and war hammers and battle axes and that's that Robert K. Thank you for that one. That's great. Uh let's see, Carrie Hag. Hog, please forgive me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. We lost our all. Losing that one little tool that you need right now. So we cleaned the work area. Never found the all. Oh, never found the all. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, now it takes longer to find what we need because it's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I know. What is the old saying? Everything has a place and everything in its place. I don't agree. I don't agree because that's exactly right. You clean the stuff up. Now I can't find any. Oh, my stamp tools. I've got 3 racks, right? Does anybody have trouble finding the stamp you're looking for? Constant problem because I even did this like on my tool racks. You can kind of see one. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. You can't see it real well. You see it in one of the videos. So I actually cordoned off areas. All right, this area is for cedars, geometrics, camos, um, bevels, veiners, right? So I got more than will fit. I more than that will fit in that spot. So now it's a pile of tools on the bottom rack of my tool rack. Good job. Great plan, as always. Just totally not working because of the nut behind the wheel. Yeah, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway, um, let's see. Okay, Mark the Maker. All right, you talked me into it. Oh, no, no. Oh, don't blame me if it goes south. Oh, you can. I'm used to it. Anyway, I'm going to make a leather sheath for a set of micro wood carving gouges. Ooh, I got as a gift. Very nice. And a project just falls into your lap. Isn't that nice? I think a lot of us leather crafters buy stuff, not for the stuff, but because now we can make a project for it. Right? Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. That, right. Yeah. I need another knife. Yeah. I got a bin over there of old knives, knives, sorry, sheaths. Yeah, because sheath's something different, isn't it? We've got little knives because I did the blade show for 20 years, right? And every year I'd see, oh, that's a Damascus, Skinner or something. I'm like, oh, I don't have a knife like that. And it's a good price. And I got to buy something at the blade show, right? So I got at least 20 knives because I buy something every year. We're not doing Blade Show this year. All right, so we're planning shows right now for next year. And I know, I know every time you say, I know what's going to happen, it doesn't, right? I'm pretty sure, let's use that, pretty sure we'll be in Prescott, Sheridan, and Waco. And I do at least want to try to hit two of those. Prescott, maybe not. Sheridan is probably a big yes. And then Waco. I just love the Waco show. It's the used to be in Sheridan, everything was in one hotel. And they had a good restaurant, they had a good bar, and it was connected to the convention center. So, I mean, how convenient is that? The best part is that everybody stayed in one place. And in the evenings, they'd close the doors to the vendor hall, and people would gather out there with guitars and fiddles and flutes. And for 3 hours, they have just a big jam session or meet in the bar. Anyway, it's not like that in Sheridan anymore. Love the Sheridan show, but maybe Waco is taking over as my favorite because of that reason. Everybody's in one place, and everywhere you go, you say hello and you talk, and so. But anyway, Phoenix Prescott is that way. Everything's in one hotel, and they got a casino. Yeah, I learned a long time ago. My best bet with a casino is just walk in the door, give the pit boss $80, and then leave and spend that 8 minutes doing something positive. Right? Yeah, because I love the roulette. I love the roulette and the poker. Those are my two favorites. And if you keep winning, you can kind of stick at it, but I'm just not a gambler. I just never have been. Nothing like the friendly poker game with friends, and I miss doing that. Used to be nickel, dime, quarter. What is it? 1, 5, and 10 now, right? So, but anyway, those three shows I think we're pretty solid on. I don't know beyond that, but I certainly will let y'all know if more come up, and I'll certainly let everybody know what shows they pick me to attend. And I know I won't get to meet a lot of y'all, but I'll get to meet a lot of y'all, and that just makes the shows for me. It really does. That's my favorite part of the show. Night for today. Holy cow, I'm struggling on this project, literally. Swap blades, and I can suddenly cut again. Wow, I never thought of that, right? Do you ever keep cutting, even though your blade's shot? You need a new blade or you need to resharpen. You just keep cutting because screw it. I'm not going to take time to stop and take the whole 4 minutes it takes to replace a blade or sharpen a blade. Really? And then we finally do, and it's like, strapper, the wooden strap cutter. That's one of mine. I'll keep strapping that thing until you're like, okay, I'm going to have to change out the blade. And a whole 2 minutes. I mean, wow. And then you get back, and it doesn't even make a sound. It just slides through that leather like butter, right? Man, I can't cast stones on that one because I am the same damn way. Oh, man. Anyway. Oh, Jim Jenkins, flu case, pool cue case. Oh, Jim, you might. I've got two friends that are big pool players. Jim, thank you for that. Okay, I got 500 other things. Anybody got any ideas? So, oh no, it's just $4.99 now. Anyway, so XVAD, take it to the Ren Fair and find a young knight to give it to. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Let me jot that down. Because it's a ways until our Ren Fair. It's all the way in April. And we didn't make Houston this year for the 10th year in a row that we said we're going to try to get together to go to Houston for the TRF. Because that baby is a granddaddy. If you've never been to a Ren Fair and you go to that one, you're ruined for life. Because not Minnesota, I think, is equal. But at the same time, Waxahachie, Scarborough, that's a really pretty fair. It's not big, but it's really pretty and it's well done. So, for all of those that aren't into the period or the Ren fairs, I know humorous for bits here and there, but in all honesty, go to a Ren fair. You're going to have a great day. Yeah, it's a family event. And those are kind of, in my opinion, starting to get a little bit hard to find. The point is, go to a Ren fair. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll have a lot of fun because it's not just walking around. They have great comedians, and like our Atlanta is not a big one, but they've got 8 or 10 stages, and there's jugglers, and there's comedians, and there's storytellers. There's a hookah lounge, and the pub, and it's just and all the great shops. Right? There's so many creative people that making stuff for the Ren Fair. You're gonna leave with something. I guarantee it. You're gonna see something that you love. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, Pam Watson, cow check. You'll need that cording next week. Crap, you're right. I put it in the trash. I better grab it. It doesn't matter that I've got 400 feet of that upstairs in my camp box. That's what I'm gonna need. And that's why I don't throw anything away because you ever notice the minute you throw something away, you need it. You get like the next day. Oh man, I wish I had that. My uncle always had a great rule, 6-month rule. If you haven't used it or not going to use it in 6 months, either side, get rid of it. I never picked that up. No, no, Shane says no. This would be the very entertaining for us. Live stream you cleaning your shop. That might be some bad language in there. Not really. Not really. But anyway, all right. So let's see. Golly, we are 4:07. We're all right. Y'all, we're working into your time now, and I feel bad about that. This is just fun. It's just fun. So the next one is the last live of the year, the one right before Christmas. We're just going to go a little long on that one. Let's just go a little long on that one. I didn't get to. All right, sorry, just talking along, having fun, enjoying every minute of this, and not watching the clock. So let's do this. So, all right, notes from the boss because fan page didn't get to that. Where's the time go? And why doesn't time at work go like this? Anyway, all right. So let's see. I got to find the notes from the boss because that way I can keep my job, right? Oh, and I also got another thing here. Glorfindel and Kara both asked, Glorfindel, what's your favorite stamp? And I think it was Kara. I'll make sure because what's your favorite project? I got notes on both. Never even got to them. We'll do that next time. Because we're just going to go long. Next time, screw it. Let's just go until we're done. But, all right, notes from the boss. Let's see, 15% off all hand tools with code HANDTOOL. Oh, that makes perfect sense. HANDTOOL. 15% off. If you need those master tool punches, oblongs, round ends, oblongs, round ends, English punch, or round hole, or that beautiful Weaver revolving rotary punch. Oh man, 15% off on things like that. That's a noticeable discount. So look for the hardware that you've been saving up for or maybe want. And also, let's see, make sure to sign up for emails or follow us on social media to be the first to know when sale and new products drop. Hallelujah. Absolutely. Look, we got some good sales. Now's the time to buy that stuff through the year that we think about. All right. So I'll just jump over to this next time because we'll go long next time. So anybody and everybody, welcome. Put in great comments, questions, tips, tricks. Please put them in there because it's not just me seeing this. Everybody sees this. Who knows what you could do? You might save somebody from a bad mistake that the worst case there is they get so frustrated, they walk away from the craft and they never come back. That is the worst possible outcome. So you never know what simple little trick is going to make it for somebody. So y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm just driving the bus. Y'all party in the back. Absolutely. I'll drive the bus. I'll keep it on the road. Mostly, mostly. Anyway, might hit the weeds now and then, but y'all don't bother. I'll take care of it. So, all right. All right, y'all. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Do my best to have a good giveaway. I'll see what the boss will say, right? We'll do something special. And it's an absolute pleasure to spend this time with y'all. I am quite thankful for every one of you. God bless you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making this what it is. It's an absolute pleasure to spend this time with y'all. Oh, I know. I just keep seeing they're just flying by. Y'all, Thomas Barrett, thank you. Gussie Gus, Pawn Crackers, Tom Leary, Art with Alexander, Jerry King. Y'all, thank you for being here. Thank you for making it what it is. And I hope it's worth your time. And I'll do my best to make it so. So, all right, y'all. I know it's like leaving family event. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Takes 20 minutes to get out. It's my day. I'm alive. I can do whatever I want. Right. So, bring. Yeah. Let me see if I'm still employed after this is over. Anyway, y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure. Height of my week. It really is. Thank you for being here. Hope everybody has a great evening, great second half of your week, great weekend. Hope you got something fun on your work table. Hope you got something to look forward to in your shop. And I hope you make something beautiful. Y'all, good luck with your projects. Yep, let's squeeze that in there. But love spending this time with y'all and can't wait to do it again. So thank you for being here. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, y'all.